Welcome to the Onyx Path News. And yes, it's me again. I know you had the pleasure of Travis Legg's company for last week's Onyx Path News. That may be the first time someone other than me has done the Onyx Path News, so I was feeling usurped. So you won't be seeing Travis again ever. I have traveled to America to deal with that particular problem, and I have now returned to broadcast the regularly scheduled Onyx Path News with the dedicated host, who is Matthew Dawkins. And here I am to talk with you about Exigents. Exigents is our newest Exalted 3rd edition release. I have linked it below. You should be able to find it in the top line of the video description. Exigents is a whole new playable cast of exalted types within the role-playing game, so this is perfectly suited to both players and storytellers. Exigents are the godlings, these, I guess, chosen of the gods of Exalted, in the sense they will all gain a part of that exigent flame, the spark of divinity, I suppose, that grants them such powers. And the Exigents are each of them unique. They do not have a monoculture like you might consider some Exalteds to have. Quite the contrary, all Exigents pursue their own aims and in their own spectacular ways. Hello, Nicholas, saying Exigents are great. I agree. I think they look very, very good, and this book does look very, very good as well. It's available in PDF and print on demand. Something I like to say whenever we release a new playable splat for Exalted, whether it's Lunars, Dragon Blooded, any of the others, quite frankly, Abyssals, is this is a fantastic place to hop on to a game of Exalted. If you have been on the fence until now, this is a game that sees continuous support. The fan base is really quite active. Where they have, of course, they're on our Discord, Onyx Path, which again is linked below. They have their own Discord. There's a fan community. There's the Onyx Path forum. There's regular threads about Exalted on RPGNet. Fans of Exalted like to talk about Exalted. So if you're looking for a new game to get into and you love that high fantasy style, then Exalted is a great place to go. But speaking of high fantasy, we recently just knocked through another stretch goal for At the Gates. And I've spoken about At the Gates previously. I know Travis did as well, because we released the Ashcan edition of At the Gates. That's our preview edition, if you will, via, again, PDF and print on demand last week. And At the Gates crowdfunding campaign, as I say, smashed through another stretch goal, keeps going strong. We're in that middle period of the crowdfunding campaign, so we expect things to slow down a little, but it's nice to see we're getting regular backing every day, more and more backers, and it is excellent, fantastic. It actually pushed me to download the original Final Fantasy VII on the Nintendo Switch, which is a console I have, and give it a play, because, yeah, I was really getting into the mood for it. And you know what else I'm going to be trying, because I know that the authors on At the Gates were heavily influenced by Final Fantasy IX. I still haven't played Final Fantasy IX. I know. When I was, I guess, deeply into my PlayStation gaming, I remember I bought Final Fantasy VII after, I think, seeing my cousins playing it and just being blown away at something like the age of 12 or 13. I got Final Fantasy VIII on release. I was utterly stunned by that. And then for some reason, 9 passed me by. But everyone is extolling its virtues so much and comparing it to At the Gates so much that it is making me think, well, I've got to catch up with this. So I will be looking into that and letting you know how I find Final Fantasy IX. We also have had regularly videos. You'll be able to find them on this channel as well as on our Twitch, of Danielle, the developer for At the Gates, playing Chrono Trigger, another famous JRPG which was majorly influential on At the Gates. So yeah, do give these things a look. We have been putting a lot of media on this YouTube channel, something new every single day, more or less. Also short videos as well. We're on TikTok, we're on Twitch, we're all over the place. And it really does seem to be bringing some new eyes to our stuff. And that's something we're always trying to do. You know, we always want to attract potential customers and new fans of our games, new players, new GMs, new storytellers, story guides, call them what you like. And yeah, it's been good to see that media outreach has been working. So we will keep at it. But if you have seen a video of ours that you particularly like, do let us know. If there's an actual play you've been following, that it would be wonderful for you to tell us. I see Nicholas has been posting in the chat. I'm so glad we funded more material for Out the Gates. Yes, me too. For some reason, 9 passed me by is something a lot of Doctor Who fans say. Which one's 9? Oh, 9. Christopher Eccleston. Do many people say Christopher Eccleston passed them by? I guess. I think he's probably in large part responsible for the rejuvenation, if you like, or like you could say regeneration, but that would be a little glib, wouldn't it? Of Doctor Who. I thought that Christopher Eccleston shows were perfectly good. I think there's probably more to thank David Tennant for in terms of Doctor Who sustaining itself. But I think Christopher Eccleston did a fantastic job. So, yeah, you're not going to get me with that Christopher Eccleston hate, Nicholas Milioni. I love Christopher Eccleston. I've got his autobiography over there. So you stow that opinion. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm not being serious. I know sometimes you've got to make these things clear online, don't you? That you're not actually angry with people. I don't get angry with people. I get even. So, what else have we got going on? Well, as usual, we will have a release coming up this Wednesday. We always have releases on Wednesdays. It's something I have remarked upon several times, but it is remarkable that Onyx Path have, without fail, released something new every single Wednesday since the company's inception. There is no other RPG company that can boast such acclaim. And so whether we are releasing Tasty Bit products, whether we're releasing full-blown source books, core books, merchandise like T-shirts, maps, counters, VTT assets, we are always releasing something, and we need your support. If you have purchased anything from us in the last few months, please head over to drivethrurpg.com and leave a rating. You don't need to leave a review. I know you're all very, very busy, and I know I ask for this all the time. But still, it is vital to us because it will result in more people picking up our products. And I, rather, shall we say, selfishly, I'm going to especially request that of the They Came From games. Why am I going to request that? Well, I know that right now They Came From the Cyclops' Cave needs a few more sales to get itself up to silver seller status. So if you have already picked up They Came From the Cyclops' Cave and classified, leave a review, leave a rating. I know that hundreds of people picked up those books via Backakit, which means they are going to now own it, which means they can go on DriveThruRPG and they can rate it. And right now we don't have that many ratings or reviews. So if you're one of these people, please, 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 please go on to DriveThruRPG and leave your thoughts. It will result in more people picking up the games, which means we might get that lovely, valuable silver seller medal on DriveThru, which will attract even more customers, and so on, and so on, and so on. Anyway, I must get going. I must get going to the Monday meeting. But it's lovely to be back with all of you, and I will speak to you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye.